I'm gonna try something a little different here. Let's see. So I'm gonna do a voice over this video. This ride, I had decided to ride from the house to work on Friday for the first time. Going from San Gabriel Valley, Alhambra to be exact, to Beverly Hills. This video is my ride home from work. So it's about 4 o'clock on the dot, leaving the office, and got about I think it took 48 minutes to get home. In traffic, usually it takes about an hour and a half, anywhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours to get home in traffic. And it's only an 19 mile ride, and it takes that long. That's LA for you. So right now I'm in Beverly Hills, on Beverly Boulevard, Beverly and Doheny, it looks like. Yep. So where do I start? Let's start with my gear. So I am wearing I have a new helmet. I forgot what brand it is. I'll put it up when I finish editing. But this helmet is about 3 weeks old, and I've already stickered it up. You know, I gotta put my stickers on my helmet. I like that look. I like stickered up things. You see the back of my wheel says, "Don't be a dizzle." Try to keep it clean. I have a foul mouth, but I'll try and keep it clean. Don't be a dizzle on the back fender of my Begode race. I'm wearing a Knox jacket. Shout out to Aaron. You know, he hooked me up told me about the Knox jacket, and I am very impressed. It is a great piece of work. I mean, it's not really a jacket. It feels like a jacket, but it's built like a shirt. So it's somewhere in between, right? It's well ventilated, so you can wear it in hot weather. You do have to put something over it in cold weather. That you can put a hoodie on over it. I put the hoodie under it. But it's way better than putting on elbow pads and shoulder pads and all that stuff. You just throw the jacket on. It has a back pad. You know, sometimes I take the back pad out depending on how I'm feeling. If I know I'm not going to be riding hard, with the coffee run sticker on the back and the Roger Charger sticker. I just got that sticker last weekend. All this time I had no Roger Charger stickers, no RC stickers. So I was with Roger last week. Was like, "Hey, can I get you got some stickers, man?" He hooked me up with a couple. Got my Jordan. I don't know why I wore these shoes while riding. It was the Jordan 1 band. Let's see. So I'm riding a Begode race, which I know it gets a lot of bad press from people, but our community, we got a lot of hype men in our community. People overhype everything in our community. It's like, I don't know, sometimes I see people crash and it just be like a little tumble, and they'd be like, oh my God, it was the worst fall in the world. I'm like, dude, you just like tumbled. Like, and then it's funny because the real bad crashes, people get up like, yeah, that was lightweight. You'd be like, damn. We are just, I don't know, we put extras. The Pagode race, for this kind of riding, for street riding, just, you know, just going, it's a beautiful wheel. If you don't want to fork off 5K for the P6, I would really, you know, this is the wheel. I don't have, let's say, I'm 6'2", 215 pounds on a good day, and I have no speed anxiety on this wheel. None. You know, I can fully lean this wheel and not worried about it cutting off at all. It is, I'm not worried about cutouts. I don't have any of those anxieties. The anxiety I had when I first got this wheel was that I'm going to charge it one day and then it's not going to cut on. That was the issue with the Pagode race. People would charge their wheel and then it would just break. It wasn't that it would cut out or that it was dangerous. It was just that it wouldn't cut on. Well, I've had mine for about 4 months now and I've had no issues whatsoever. Not even you know, nothing. Nothing has happened. The wheel has been amazing. Now with this wheel is shit out of the box though. I will say that. The wheel is terrible out of the box. Not terrible, but you can tell what you need to do as soon as you get on it. First, change the tire. The tire it comes with, I don't know why they even bragged about that tire. That tire's crap. Throw the Michelin P2 on there and it changes the ride. You will understand when you do it. Roger adjusted my shocks, gave me more travel, and raised the battery boxes, which was cool. So now my battery boxes are about a half an inch higher or an inch higher, something like that. But my pedal height is still the same. So he raised, I don't know how Roger figures this stuff out. He raised the battery boxes without raising the pedals. So, okay. So it feels a little different from one that's straight out the box. He still has some stuff to do with my suspension because his suspension is a lot more cush than mine on his race. Yeah, the traffic here, usually to get out of that area that I just left, it takes about 15 minutes. With this video been going for 7 minutes. To get where I'm at right now, it could be about 20 minutes in a car. Literally. Take me 20 minutes to get right where I'm at in a car. There's the most famous police department in the world. Are they the most famous or the second most famous? I don't know. It could be New York. It's either new NYPD or LAPD. Them boys back there. I moved away from LA for about 8 years, and when I came back, the first thing I noticed that all the LAPD officers were young, and that might be one of the issues with LAPD, is you have a bunch of people who don't have enough life experience to handle every situation, especially when you think you're in danger. You don't have enough. That's why the sergeants are always way more calm. They've been doing this for years. But anyway, famous boys in black. Alright, I think that was Fairfax. Just cross Fairfax, heading towards La Brea. So my journey is 18, 19 miles, whatever it is. It's from Beverly Hills to Alhambra, and I'll be going through a lot of LA. You know, right now I'm like, to the north of me, a block is Hollywood, a main street block, not a regular block, but one main street. The next main street is Melrose to the left of me. If I were to go make a left right now, I would Next main street will be Melrose. So I'd be in Hollywood. So that's the area I'm in. I don't know if this is considered, that this is not Beverly Hills anymore. I think it's just LA. You know, LA has a bunch of little small cities. You know, it's all LA County, but it's a lot of small cities. So I rode to work this morning, and the morning of this day, and I got to work and I still had 75% battery. So I started this ride right here with 75% battery. When I got home, I had 50% battery. So that was a 40-mile ride. Used half my battery, and I think my average speed was 28, but I was hitting the 40s a lot. The reason it was 28 is because of, you know, traffic. But any time where I gained speed, I was in the 40s, like right now. I think this is one of the, no, this is, I think I have to stop really soon. I never got to 40. So yeah, so the range on the race is really nice compared to some other wheels that, you know, where the range seems to be a secret. People, it's like Voldemort, ain't that his name? It's like Voldemort, the range you shall not speak. People ain't saying shit about the range on some other wheels. They like, yeah, don't talk about that. It's all good. Those other wheels have attributes that make it so the range is not a big deal. But yeah, I think somebody was about to make a left turn. I am on, I believe this is La Brea and Beverly. Yep, it sure is. This is a very interesting ride. I mean, coming to work was sketchy because I was riding at night with not many cars on the road. So people at 5 o'clock in the morning in LA, if there's no cars on the road, cats like to do 90 on regular streets. So it gets pretty, I was lit up though. Coming home, it was fun until I got about right here. Then I hit some like super traffic, and it was just like, ugh. I know I should have hit the back streets. There was times where I know how to navigate LA. I've been driving LA my whole life. There's times where I should have hit a back street and didn't, just because the video would probably look better being on these main streets than on the back streets. I did it for you guys. Did it for the people. I stayed on the main street. You know, you can see these beautiful homes. Look, this is LA, folks. This is what people be talking about. You're gonna see me go from these giant homes. These are homes right here. These are not hotels or offices. Those are houses. We're gonna go. They're not it might be an apartment building. That one might be an apartment building, but that's a house, right? You'll see me go from these homes to the hood in one ride. Like, this is very segregated in this city as far as living, where people stay. Not as far as, like, you know, how classic segregation is. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where people reside. Like, look at this. That's a country club to the left of me. That I have no idea what it looks like inside that place. I didn't even know it was a country club until about maybe a year ago, and I've gone down this street my whole life. I've seen those trees. I thought it was a golf course the whole time, but nope, it's a country club. And actually now both sides are the country club. So I'm wondering how, must be some underground tunnels, how they getting from one side to the other. I'm guessing there's a tunnel. Maybe I should just get rich real quick so that I can join the country club. Then I can walk around and say "haw haw" all the time, right? Ain't that what they do in the country clubs? They just "haw haw." That's their favorite phrase, you know. Like, I think I'm gonna go hit a couple of holes. Haw haw. Ain't that what they do? Yeah, like Thurston Howell. Lovey. Yeah, so I gotta talk like that. I need to join the country club so I can just be like, Lovey. My girl will kill me. I call her Lovey. She don't. Hell no. Why are you talking like that? Because we are upper echelon now. Ho ho. Yep. This is how I talk when I'm in the car driving home. This is how I talk to myself. You know what's funny is I didn't cuss anybody out on this ride. When I'm in the car, I'm cussing people out constantly. Just letting them have it. They can't hear me. My windows are up. But I'm cussing everybody. Not that I'm scared or anything, because I dare people to say something back. But I'm not a bully either. But I just can't stand bad driving. It's a problem I have. It's my problem. It's not theirs. It's all me. I have a problem with people driving bad. And I didn't have any issues on this wheel. I think people are scared to get close to me. Just flying past you. No, they were going like 20 miles an hour. There. Yeah. So you saw him coming. You gotta know, you see that break in the traffic and the car is not moving, there's probably somebody making a left right there. You better pay attention. Those cars, what is that, the Camaro or whatever, the Corvette? Those are terrible. That is an ugly car. I don't see, if you like that car, you tripping. See, now I'm in the neighborhoods. And you just see the houses aren't the same, but still nice. Right? You're going to see it's going to change again. Oh, I guess, well, this neighborhood is weird because it's like, it's the hood with really nice houses. But it's like hood, like there's graffiti everywhere. It's like, why y'all got people writing on your walls and on the side on the side of your house, and you got, look at these houses. It's crazy. This neighborhood is crazy. I don't know anything about this neighborhood. Look at that house. That's the kind of house I want. That house is gnarly. But I don't know anything about this neighborhood. I just drive through it. Like, I've been all over LA and I did not know, this neighborhood existed. Like, I don't know what this is. If you know what it is, hit me in the comics. I'm a comic artist, so I'm always thinking about comic books. But this is off of Beverly and Western. So if you know this neighborhood, hit me up. See, hood ass apartments right next to the big ass house. Now we in the hood. now we in the hood. This is Western. Let's see, what street am I crossing? I had to cut the video because that part was boring. It was super boring. We just went across Vermont. I want to say Normandy. Going across Normandy. I think this is Normandy. I don't know how I got to this world thing, that dome globe view thing. It's terrible. I hate it. But I didn't fix it either, so there we go. Much better. Oh yeah, let's go. Scooting. In the video I I'm headed towards K-Town, so I'm about to go into K-Town. Or Koreatown for those that don't know. Sorry. Thinking I'm speaking to people. Everybody who's going to be watching this is from Los Angeles. From Los Angeles. Another thing I'm noticing while riding is bike lanes in LA are a joke. I tried a couple of times during this ride to hit the bike lane, and I felt like I was gonna run into the curb. Like it's just like that's where all the cracks and crevices, and it's just bad over there. So I'd rather just stay in the right lane, the middle of the right lane, and I'll pull over if a car is coming up quick and need to get by. You know, I'm not trying to impede anybody's progress. I'm not trying to impede your progression. So I let people by. But as far as riding on the shoulder right there, like cyclists do, we can't do that. We only got one wheel, and if that one wheel gets caught on a motorcycle, on a bike, you get caught in a groove, you get railroad tracked, you good. You just pick the wheel up out of it. On this wheel, it's one wheel. You get railroad tracked, you're going down. So not a wise thing to get in them bike lanes. Unless it's a real legit bike lane, and at the end of this ride, I will be in a real legit bike lane. I can't even speak it. Real legit bike lane that feels good. It's not all the way to the right. There's some space between the bike lane and the curb. Is that a Waymo? Ooh, these Waymos are everywhere, bro. They are everywhere. If you haven't, man, I see about 12 Waymos a day. I mean, there's really ghost riders everywhere. They ghost riding the whip like a mug. Yep, K-Town's different. It's hood, but there's a lot of different people here. Like it's a melting pot of hoodness. Like, no joke. It ain't like one ethnicity. It's like everybody lives here. Everybody lives here. Get 'em, scoot 'em, scoobity doo, yappity yapple. Let's get it going. You have to wave them off like they don't be looking. See, it's hard on this ride to get speed and hold it, because as soon as you get speed, if you get out of traffic, then you get speed, you got a light coming up. That's how it is when I'm in the car too. I'll be 5 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody on the road, I will catch every light. I'll be like, dude, really? I can't get no momentum. You just gonna make every light turn red right when you get there. You like, oh. That's one of those you're not getting in front of me ass people. Goofy. You're goofy. So I'm not decided. I don't have to wait for the light. Yeah, get a little scoot on right here. This is when the scooting starts. My son actually lives over here. I'm like 3 blocks over from my son. Could have stopped to go see him. He over there making them beats. My son got them beats, bro. He got them beats. He's becoming quite the little producer. Now we're in like Little Philippines, I think it is. Little Filipino town. And there's a little bridge right here that you get your scoot on. It's a beautiful ride on this bridge. Especially there was no cars behind me. I looked back real quick. Yep, nobody there. I think I look one more time. Look, nobody. There it is. Oh, let's go. And I had 2 bars left. I was going like 2 bars. Then when I slow down, it would go to 3. So I had to be being kind of conservative. I was starting to get speed anxiety. You know, just only because I hadn't pushed this wheel like that. You know, to see how fast it goes. I could have did a lift. I haven't done a lift test, even that, to see how fast it go on a half battery before it starts beeping. Because my PWMs are set at 75%. Yeah, so that little bridge was that was my shizzle right there. So now this is where Beverly turns into First, and I'm now in downtown LA. So, you know, hit the tunnel here. Cheat a little bit and jump across. I'll have to wait for all y'all. Like a federal building or something right here. And now I'm where? On Figueroa. Hey, bitch, how much for head? Y'all remember that Ice Cube's album? Let's see. Yeah, Figueroa was clear. It's usually traffic right here. I thought I was going to have to hit that bike lane right there. That one's not so bad. It's close to the wall, but it's not a lot of group. It's paved pretty well. I think I jump into it like right about here. So it's usually bumper to bumper right here. I don't know what was going on. There was no traffic. I'm like, okay, let's get it. Let's do it. You know, slide on between y'all and goes. I'm out. Just to make a right here anyway. Got that right. Now I'm in Little China, or Chinatown. I'm in Chinatown. Little Chinatown or whatever. Little China. Little Hong Kong? I don't know. I think it's Chinatown, I believe it's called. And there's some nice buildings over here, like some nice temples and stuff. I actually really like it over here. I really like it right there. Like, I would live right here. Because right off these main streets are a lot of shops, a lot of mom and pop shops, and I love mom and pop shops. I love mom and pop eateries. I don't care if it's Chinese food, Filipino food, Japanese, whatever. But I'm a Mexican food freak. You know, there's no shortage of finding Mexican food in LA. And I like Mexican food. I like taco trucks. I like street tacos. I'm not talking about Chipotle. If you eat Chipotle, you just eating. That's like eating Taco Bell, bro. It's like if you're gonna call that Mexican food, you might as well just go to Taco Bell. Call it a day. Nope, I'm looking for the street vendor. I'm looking for the truck that got them bomb tacos. Them street tacos. None of that. Yo, shit, if you sell black beans with your tacos, I'm through. Get out my face with the black beans. I don't even eat pork, but I want them lard infested refried beans. That's the only pork I intake is probably refried beans. I don't eat, and once a year I get my carnitas. It was the finest again. Gave him a thumbs up. He was like, say what? Or something he said was attitude. I said, just saying what's up. He said, oh, what's up? Okay. Something to that effect. Damn, bro. Somebody pooped in your donut juice. Sold you a stale donut. It's fucked up. I'd be mad at him too. That's one of the foods where you get a bad one. It fuck your whole day up. I think that's what it is. You got a stale donut. It's like, this donut is old. Fuck my life. Fuck all of you. I'm arresting people today. Why does it look like I'm sitting in a circle? That's interesting. Huh. I am sitting in a circle. Alright. Down Main. We are out. Boy, I wish I had full battery right here. This street is where you can get off. This is one long street, bro. I think I was doing like 45, but this street, and I mean, it looked janky, but it's not a lot of potholes and stuff. You just can't get in that bike lane. Don't play with that little side lane. You'll end up in that fence. It's funny, there's apartments right here and nothing else. There's no grocery stores, no liquor stores, there's no nothing. There's no banks, no nothing. It's just these apartments. I'm like, how can you live here? And those apartments are like condos. They got to be cheap because there's nothing over here. You have to drive to get to whatever you need to get. I mean, you can walk over to the little spot I said I would move to, but that's still 4 or 5 blocks away. What if you got to go grocery shopping and you don't have a car? Like, that's bunk. What you doing? Why you creeping up on me like that? Yeah, you creeping up? Go. So, see how long this street is a go spot. Go. But then you gotta watch them train tracks. You hit them up, it's hard, you gonna fly. So if I ever tell people to come this way, or if I ever take riders with me this way, I have to warn them once we get down that street. You see them train tracks, you better slow down to a crawl because they will launch you. You will be talking about yeehaw. You be Dukes of Hazzard for real. I've seen cars launch off them train tracks because they didn't slow down enough. It's like that perfect bump that it just like for a dirt bike, them train tracks is heaven. You'll catch some serious air off them mugs. We are heading into the San Gabriel Valley now. Pothole heaven for the next half mile. I came through here like a couple of weeks before, and this dude was riding my bumper like mad. I guess he wanted me to go, but I was doing like 40 and the speed limit's 25, and he was in this little bucket. That dude turned in front of me, the bastard. He's in this little bucket riding my bumper, so I pulled over, behind a parked car, and he said something when he rolled by. So I took off. He didn't know I could go that fast. That fool banked the turns. He had to get away. Like, don't play with us, bro. We got them damn, my E-Rise gloves. Them E-Rise gloves, I love them gloves, bro. Gloves are amazing, but them gloves have straps on the wrist and plastic knuckle guards. Bro, you will get bopped fighting one of us with them gloves on. The straps on the wrist alone to keep your wrist tight. I'm a person who I love the mechanics of throwing a punch. And I understand how that extension, that wrist needs to be tight. These gloves keep that wrist tight. You gonna catch a bad when you get hit. With somebody that knows how to throw a punch with these gloves on, you gonna catch a bad one. So just leave EUC riders alone. They're like skateboarders. Leave us alone. We older though, so we really on some bullshit. But I come from skateboard culture, so yeah. Gotta leave people with hobbies alone. People with hobbies are just trying to be happy. We just out trying to enjoy our lives, and you haters be trying to tell us what we can and cannot do. Like, there's a lot of things that EUC riders do that I do not like. I don't like the riding on the freeways and all that shit. I can't stand it. But it's not my job to police somebody else's joy, you know. So I don't say nothing. I just don't comment at all. If I'm not gonna say something positive about what them do, I just don't comment. It's like, it's not for me. Somebody doing 60 on the freeway on an EUC, it's just not for me. You know, yeah, I feel like it can be bad for the culture and get us policed and get us regulated. Yes, I do feel that way. But also, I'm just like, I'd rather tell that person in person than to make a video or hit them on Facebook about it or whatever. I'll tell them when I see them on a group ride. Look, I don't know if you've paid attention or understand the consequences of your actions. Okay, if you do understand, then that's it. I've said what I had to say, and that's it. Handle it. Be safe, you know? But yeah. Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. Who cares? I am on Mission Road in San Gabriel Valley. I'm heading towards El Sereno. I think that's how you pronounce it. I feel stupid trying to pronounce shit the right way in Spanish. I even if I say it right, it just don't feel right coming out my mouth. Right? So, like, if I say, you know, I don't know, what's a word? We're just gonna leave that alone. Anyway, I just don't like how it sounds coming out my mouth. That's all. It's not meant for me to talk about it if I can't think of anything to say. The X-Max is coming, huh? I will get a chance to try that out. I might even buy one. I don't know. It depends. It depends. You know what? I'm probably going to have this race for about a year. And then I'll sell it for next to nothing. Because in a year, I'll probably won't even put 1,000 miles on it. But the thing about the race for me is the weight versus, say, the P6. The race is what, 103 pounds, 3,800 watt-hour battery. Like I said, I've gone 40 miles and only used 50% of my battery on this ride. I like that. That's perfect for me. There's a few reasons why I won't buy the P6. Even though I really like the P6, I've ridden it a couple of times. It is a beautiful wheel. I don't know about the battery, I don't know about the range, but the wheel is beautiful. It is stable, and everybody I know who bought one, they have all hit 60 miles an hour. Like, you can't, it's like you can't have it without going that fast. It makes you want to go that fast. I get it, because when I rode it, it was like I was on, you know, in a controlled environment. I was at an intro, and it just feels like you're just supposed to go faster on that thing. Like, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. You're supposed to go fast on it. Like, if you're going too slow, it feels like on this wheel, it would be like me going 10 miles an hour. Like, I can't go 10 miles an hour unless I'm purposely trying to go 10 miles an hour. On that wheel, you cannot do 25 just because. You're going to look down and you'll be at 40. That's how I felt in the little time that I tried it out. It's the only thing, I was on a track, the only thing was the weight for me. I like nimble. I like super nimble. I like to be able to just kick it to the side, go up a curb, go around this, go up that, turn here, blah, blah, blah. Not saying that I wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't become that, once I get used to the P6, but $5,000, do I want to make that investment? I think that investment's for racers. So if you're a racer, yeah, you need a P6. If you're not a racer, you can get anything. I rode the S, the Lynx S. Love the suspension. Gnarly wheel. Maybe I'll put some of that video in right here, since this is not really doing much right now. It's got, it's a nice wheel. I think that's the takeover trail wheel. The Lynx S is going to replace the Lynx, of course, with trails. I've never ridden the Arrow or any of those wheels, but that Lynx S, also the Falcon Pro. Oh my God. Rode that probably an hour after I rode the Lynx, and it was like, they're both amazing wheels for different reasons. Even though you can definitely throw that Falcon Pro on a trail. That thing is trail worthy. So these are the bike paths, lanes that I was talking about. This is a bike lane. That other stuff that's right off the curb, that would have been nice if it had borders on it though. Anyway, so that was my day. That was my day. Riding from work to the hizzy on my Bigodi race. Is it Bigodi or Bigodi? I say Bigodi because Chooch says Bigodi. The Bigodi race dudettes. Oh boy. Chooch, make some content, man. I like watching your content. Chooch is the reason I ride a unicycle. Chooch, and it's funny. Let's talk about this. Chooch and what's the other one's name? One that used to have the dreadlocks. You know who I'm talking about. How are they both now kind of outside of the community? And they're both credited with so many people's reason for buying a EUC. U-Stride. Chooch and U-Stride. I mean, I understand what happened with U-Stride. I get it, but it's over with. Done. Hopefully you learned a lesson with it. If there was a lesson to be learned. He started to make videos again, but now he's kind of, calmed it a little bit. It's like, no, make the videos, man. You still got a following. Chooch, this message for you. Stop whining. Make videos. I don't know. Chooch gets butt hurt too easy, man. Like, I don't know what be happening, but then I'm not riding EUCs anymore. Like, y'all got to stop that. All of you. I understand we're a very emotional community, but y'all be a little too emotional. Get out there and ride. This stuff is mental health healing for us. And I'm sure it is for you, Chooch, for you, U-Stride. And Primo, I get it, I understand, brother, but just give it some time. Be good to each other. One.